Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Monday, April 14th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 16 of 2025, and in my neck of the woods it is currently 73 degrees with a high of 81 and a low of 59. Welcome to my broadcast. I am here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles, and laughs. And this is where I teach the what, the how, and the why of adult colorings. In other words, I show you what I'm doing. I'm explaining how I'm doing it, and then I explain why. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always delightful. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact, which I know a majority of you do. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who'll see this broadcast when I download it into my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. All right. Let's see who's popped in so far. Mamie, so glad to see you, Mamie. Tam Tam, hello. Angry Bear. Oh, feeling silly. Jonah, hello. Oh, Angry Bear, you invited a friend. We'll see if they show up. Okay. Cool. All right, the first project that we're working on is, your bestie. Good. Is out of this book, The Many Faces of Jesus Christ. Angry Bear, how long has your bestie been your bestie? This is volume 2, 50 images, and Maggie did the cover. Here's some of the pictures that are in the book. It's a nifty little book, and the idea is to show the different expressions of Christ, especially the ones where he is smiling. Here's one where he's sleeping. Here's one where he's laughing. Jesus was fully human. Hello, Grackle. Oh, Angry Bear. So Grackle is your bestie. Gotcha. Hello, Janie. So Grackle, do you adult color, or are you here for the beautiful pictures and the conversation? Okay, so tonight, excuse me. We're working on this image, and then the second image Dark Fairy Tales by Kirby Rosannes, which is our Little Red Riding Hood. And Little Red Riding Hood is having a little bit of a problem in the forest. And we've been working up that picture. So Grackle, you're here for the pictures and conversation. You're not good at coloring. Would you like to become better at coloring? All right. So guys, please be sure to hit that like button if you're so inclined at the beginning of the broadcast. And other than Sherry, which we already know, who is having a birthday, is anybody else having a birthday or a celebration? An anniversary, I mean. And how is your day today? Win, lose, or draw? Hallelujah. Amen, amen. I'm going to say draw. Angie Wynn got out to a cute movie. Mamie draw. Jonah win. Jonah, what's your win? Mary Hayes, hello. Janie, lose, had to get a cavity filled. Jonah, my sister sent me a new smartphone. Oh my gosh, there you go. Oh, Grackle recommended the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. All right, now you know what our birthday tradition is here in the group. Miss Sherry is having a birthday. Please join me in singing her a birthday song. And the way you guys do that is you use your little emojis of birthday doohickeys. So Sherry, are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dearest Sherry. Happy birthday to you and many more. All right. Mary, good to see you again. Hey, you know that we all do birthdays in this room, right? Oh, there you go. Angry Bear baked you a cake. Yeah, this red cloak does look really good. All right. So get your paper towel out. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Hi, Grace. Okay, so last night we worked on the hair of our little girl. And I'm going to work on her robe. And I'm thinking about doing purples. Now, don't forget that if I've... Oh, Tammy, that's great. That's right. Don't forget that we have a picture coming up out of the Easter Parade Jubilee book on our next buddy color. And this is our little baby chicks sitting in a nest. All right. Now, get yourself a beautiful light, medium, and dark purple. But you want to be on the lighter end of the scale. I'll swatch these for you in a moment. Alright. I got my color. Baby Chuck's image. Oh, don't you love typing on devices? So it's not Baby Chicks, it's Baby Chuck's. So be sure you have that image. I may even be able to start it this evening, which would be kind of cool. All right. So let me swatch pencils for you. There's my dark purple. There's medium. There's light. Oh, I love them Baby Chucks too. But do not get them for gifts for your kids or grandkids. Okay. So let's start our coloring. And I'm going to start out with my darker purple. Now remember, grayscale is not cast in stone. And you always have the option of making those little additions and changes to make your piece better. All right. Now let's pop up to by that cute little chin and jawline. And what do I always tell you? Even if you run into black grayscale, you color it, right? Now, here's our medium. Now take your time. Make your layers with your pencil. What the heck does that mean, ILene? That means multiple strokes over the area that you're coloring. Now, notice that we have a little bit of a lighter area right here, so I'm going to hit that with my light. Let there be light. Hello, Sarah. Waving right back at you. Okay, and then back with my medium. And then back with my light. Oh, I love how this is turning out. Sarah, how's the world treating you today? Win, lose, or draw? Hi, Bonnie. Dishes done. Overnight oats are made. Whew. And back to our medium here in our little V area. All right. Sarah says win. Yesterday you got the pumpkin house. Today I finished the tiger and tutus, mouse and elephant. Sarah is racing through the critters and tutus jubilee. All right, let me pull out so you can start to see how this little puppy's looking. Sarah has made some of my books her mission in life. So Sarah, the last three were done except the background. I picked out the colors with the help of Maggie and Mamie. How nice. Mamie, you'll put up the link to that Critters and Tutus Jubilee book in a second. Okay. Sarah, you've done 6 so far. Now, here's a very good example and a good teaching moment. On this area right here, we have a dark, medium, and light of our grayscale. So I'm going to start out with my darkest area, which is my darkest pencil, and I'm very, very lightly going to color in that little crevice. Okay, Auntie. And then right next to that, we've got our medium color. And notice how putting that medium color in blends in our dark area, no harsh lines, right? And then we've got our medium color up the side of the tunic. Okay, and then we're coming in with what? Our light. And notice how I'm blending my light over my previous 2 colors so that all our colors blend in beautifully. Or I should say, all our shades blend in beautifully. Guys, what's the most important skill to learn in adult coloring? Rawhide, that's right. Blending, 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 rawhide. I would rather see you have top-notch blending and lousy colors on your coloring piece rather than top-notch colors and lousy blending. Bonnie, my husband Bob, being the smarter, said saying the name of the colors. Okay, Bob, we gotcha. Bob, you better watch out. You keep up those comments, we're going to put pencils in your hand and have you color with us. Now, what's the most important part of your page that you're coloring on? The part you're working on. What does that mean? Okay, now we have a little bit of a crease. I'm barely touching the paper with my darkest pencil. There's my dark. There's my medium. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. That's right, it means focusing your attention on the area you're working on and doing the best possible job you can on that little area, because your little areas add up. Thank you guys for all the blessings. Somebody must have come in and I'm reacting to their perfume. So, you know that I get out my little picture frame that I do. And right now I'm coloring the tunic and the sleeve and etc., etc. And if I do the best possible job on that little area that I happen to be working on at the moment, all those little areas are going to add up and the whole piece is going to look absolutely terrific. Now, what does it mean doing the best? I'm allergic to those baby chucks. You're right. You're right, Mamie. That's so funny. I lost my little choo-choo train of thought. What's the last thing I just said? Somebody remind me. So we concentrate on the area. All these little areas add up. Oh, I know what that means. What's the D word that I always use with you guys? Details. That's right. Okay, I'm going to finger blend this. Sherry, I was thinking about your comment about your piece getting dirty when you tried to finger blend. I think you're pressing too hard. And if you're having problems with your finger to do the blending, put a paper towel on the end of your finger and use that. Oh man, I really love this picture. Okay, darkest purple. Okay, gotta mute you for a second. Gotta use a tissue. Hold on. Okay. So there's my dark. Now, I want you to notice that there's very little light in here in this area. But because we sweat the details, we still color in it. And then I'm going to use my medium. Blending, 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 rawhide. This is why when we color, we don't do it like a wham bam thank you ma'am thing. We sweat the details. Okay. Now we've got the sleeve here. We have a darker shade here, then our medium, and then our light. But you'll notice in our medium, we have shades of a darker gray. right? So we're very lightly going to pencil that in, pun intended. I hope you guys are doing this with me because you're learning a lot. Hello, Cindy. Now, the other thing I want you to notice is that the darker part of this sleeve is in itself lighter, right? It's not a dark. And if you take the time to read your grayscale, you'll also catch the little nuances in here of the dark, medium, and light. Cindy, how was your day today? Win, lose, or draw? Okay. Cindy, draw. Okay, good. And then we have our dark purple, so it's the same pencil, but a little more intense on the paper. And we're going to work that dark around the fingers. Now, I also want you to notice that when I put the dark color next to the fingers in between, that was the pure dark of my purple. When I run the dark around the outside of the finger, which is now on top of my medium, that changes my dark a little bit, and that's where we get our other shades, which makes this look really cool. So when you put dark pencil on top of a previous color, it changes it a little bit. And that change is to your benefit. Now, what's wrong with this edge right here? It's not blended in. So now I need to come back with my medium and we need to get rid of that sharp edge. Let's take a look at this. All right. Medium color. And Dorothy, I forgot to say hello again. Hi, Dorothy. Dorothy likes to lurk. Now, what does it mean when I say trust the process? Okay, now I'm going to come in with a little bit of dark. Come on, guys. What does it mean when I say trust the process? I'm going to shade this a little more. And this is where you use your artistic mojo to tweak and enhance your picture. Okay, then I'm going to come in with light. Hold on, I got a little more dark up here. So now I'm going to come in with my light. I'm going to go in with little circles to make sure I get good coverage. Guys, what does it mean to trust the process? Surely one of you knows that answer. And don't call me Shirley. Oh, we all know what movie that's from. And now I'm going to bring my lightest color in between my areas on the bottom of the sleeve. And notice how I'm using vertical up and down movement. So Janie says, things may look wonky, but will be better in the end. And that's a good way of putting it. Too many of you will be coloring a project. You'll look at what you're doing. It'll look wrong to you, and then you'll panic, and then you'll give up on your projects. All right, let's get back up in this light area here. Now I'm going to be finger blending this in a little bit, but I want to cover another area first. Look how beautiful that looks. All right. Now we've got some different shadings here along the bottom. I'm going to start with my light. Okay, Angie, welcome back. Now we have a darker area here. And we have a darker area up underneath the hand of Jesus. Welcome back, Angie. Here's our medium. Actually, I'm going to change something up. Stop coloring if you're coloring with me. I think this will look really cool. I'm going to remove this purple right here. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to get some more red on this side of the picture. Okay. So get your red pencils that you have for the tunic. And what I want to do is I want to make this look a little more embracing. With Jesus holding the little girl. So I'm going to start with my dark red. So there's our dark. And then my light. And I'm going to carry that dark down just a little bit further. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday to one and all. Sorry I was off camera a little bit. Then I'm going to come in with my medium red. And then I'm going to come in with my light red. So Stephanie says, win. My husband won his 2-day golf tournament today in Jacksonville. Stephanie, you're going to go to bed. Been a long day. Well, Stephanie, happy birthday again. Oh, Stephanie, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Susan. See, I get so caught up in my coloring. And then I'm going to come in with my light. All right, I'm really discombobbled tonight, aren't I? Sherry has the birthday. Oh, holy moly, guys. Okay. Too many Sherrys and Susans and Stephanies. Oh, Stephanie, I'm so glad. Stephanie, I'm so glad that you can relax when you come in. Did you guys throw another birthday party for Allie, both on Sunday and Monday? So she started on Saturday and ended with dinner with you guys tonight. Oh, that's nice. Is she there now? Oh, they went home. Well, I hope she got some good loot. Grace says that's called birthday month. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with my darkest color, and I'm going to work up this edge just a little bit more. And that's because we have a fold in the tunic. Okay, now back to our purples. And we're dealing with mostly mediums and light. Boy, those birds sound extra nice tonight, don't they? And then back to our light. And then near the top, our medium. Sibylesque, welcome. Okay. Paper towel. And be sure to move to a fresh spot on your paper towel because those little crevices fill up quickly. Okay, and then a new part of the paper towel on our red. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of my dark purple. And we're going to shadow underneath that sleeve. Much better. Now, I want to smooth out a couple of areas up here. And blend. And I'm also going to extend my purple line. See this fold right here in the young girl's tunic? I'm going to shadow in here. Miss Bonnie, good night. Bonnie, give me a second. I'll pull out and you can see the whole piece. And I'm just smoothing out a little bit. And don't forget that you can use your lightest pencil to blend and smooth out. Check it out. Now I've got a little bit of white. I'm going to lighten up this area. But remember, your white is as powerful as your black and your Payne's gray. So be careful with it. Okay. Guys, what do you think? And if you're following along with me on this, your piece can look just as great as this does. All right, so we're going to pop in a little bit of background. Hold on while I grab my chalks. My Linda, so glad to see you. Hi, my Linda. Okay. And I hope you guys are enjoying this project as much as I am doing it for you. Okay. Well, thank you, my Linda. Miss Cindy, good night. So I'm going to use my paper towel and I'm going to rub it on my chalk. Nope, I'm going to bring my chalk out. And I'm going to start with a very light blue. Oh, Janie, you're going to be giving this to one of your ladies' mother who had a stroke. Oh, wonderful. And you know what, guys? If you think about it, there are some beautiful pictures in the book. The Many Faces of Jesus Christ here, Jubilee, that you can color up and give to people. She's in a rehab center. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with a slightly darker blue on the paper towel. Which you cannot see because I'm off camera. Oh man, this is beautiful. All right. And then I'm going to come in with a darker blue. Okay, Celeste. Isn't that beautiful? I'm having way too much fun doing this. Let's do our little dots here. Now we've got our dark color right next to the hand. If you don't feel coordinated with your paper towel and your finger, use your sponge tip applicator. And I'm actually going to come in with another darker blue yet. And I'm going to put this right close to the hand. And a little bit up here. As well. I'm just spot coloring with my darker blue. Now, what's one last color that I tend to use when I show you skies? What's my last color? There you go, Janie. I'm going to pop in just a few hints of light purple. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, Sarah. Okay. Let me brush this off. Let me put my rubber band around my chalks. And then I'm going to take my metal findings This is my nail art stuff. And I'm going to put a little teeny tiny star, gold star, on her ear. Sarah, get comfy. Now, I don't want to put anything super fancy on here. All right, so there's that. Now, what's the last thing that we do when we have eyeshadow that we've used on a picture? Sir Gummy. That's right. So this is our gummy eraser. And I use it on the border between the eyeshadow and the object that I've colored with pencil. And the reason that we do that is that it gets any of the eyeshadow off the colored pencil. Okay. Well, thank you, Grace. Now, you guys know that I've taken to naming my pictures, or naming my pictures. And we are dedicating this particular picture to Carmen, who recently passed away. She was in our group. I would like to think that this is the expression on Carmen's face. So Carmen, this is for you. So 4, 14, 25. All right, guys, I am calling this one done. I hope you enjoyed the picture. I hope you enjoyed the process. And hopefully you've learned something. All righty. Tam Tam, good night. Okay. Now, hopefully you've printed out our other buddy color picture. This is from Easter Parade Jubilee. Now, one of you had asked me how to color baby chicks. So that was part of the reason why I picked this picture. Let me get a fresh paper towel. Guys, are you having fun tonight? Yeah, I'm going to work on this for about 10 minutes. Hello, Nunny. No, Nunya. Oh, Nunya Business. Hello, Nunya Business. Welcome to the broadcast. Okay, I'm going to start out with a very pale yellow. It's pretty pale. I hope you can see it on camera. Now, again, we want to pay attention to our shading. Sarah, what is it that you want to know? Oh, I'm assuming you mean how to color baby chicks. Remember, guys, when you're posting a comment, give me the complete information about it. About whatever you're posting. Tammy did one in honor of her granddaughter that passed away, Eden. Oh man, this is already ridiculously cute. Jonah, good night. Here's the book, Easter Parade Jubilee. It's the one that's got the little girl on the front. Sarah, thank you for liking and sharing. We've got some pretty cute pictures in here. So when I did the breaking news, I gave you the one that we're doing and 2 freebies. There's a really cute one too. Anyway, so there's the book. Let's get back to the good stuff. My Linda, how are you doing today? And you can already see, like I said, how ridiculously cute this is going to turn out to be. So Grace, again, my lightest color, yellow, is going on my lightest area. My Linda, you're doing well? Okay. Well, hello, Papillon. We haven't seen you in a while. My Linda, would you say your day is a win, a lose, or a draw? Oh man, look how cute that looks. You worked on your book and ignored the world. My Linda, tell everybody what your book is about, if you care to share that information. Papillon, the yellow, this is not cream or ivory, it's yellow. Now, these chicks are also known as, or AKA chucks, named by Mamie. And they're also known as fluff bums. Now, what I want you to notice is I'm coloring in a circular motion, which means as I'm going around this baby chick, I'm creating a center light area. And then in a circular motion, I'm going to close in on that white spot. My Linda, tell us the name of your first Christian fiction book. And is it on Amazon? Okay, one more spot on this baby chick. And then we'll get into our Kirby Roseannes. All right. Now notice how I'm carrying that yellow down into the feathers. Oh, how cute. There you go. So Stephanie just sent me a couple things. This is the golf trophy. That her husband got for winning. Check it out. And then this is her fluff bum that she started working on already this afternoon. Okay. So this is where I'm going to stop for the moment. I will pick this up tomorrow night. Now, I want you to notice how delicate and light the yellow is on this little bird. That's the whole point. And when you do it lightly like this, it makes it really look fuzzy. All right. Next project, Kirby Roseanne's. Oh, Stephanie, your uncle raised thousands of chickens for Purdue. Love playing with the babies. How cute. All right. Sherry, good night. That's right. Have a happy birthday evening. Hubsters owes you something special. All right, Angry Bear, are you still with us? So I'm working on the back side of the wolf. Let me pull back out here. And the whole concept here is that our grays on our wolf need to match our head color, our shades. And I think it's turning out pretty well. Now, while I'm thinking about it, let me get my pencils here. I actually want to darken the blood a little bit that's on the path. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of Payne's Gray on it, not much. We're just going to darken that up just a tad. Now, don't get stupid with your Payne's Gray, otherwise you'll ruin the effect. Okay. Now, back to the body of our wolf. Excuse me, have to move the camera around just a little bit. Let's get our paper towel. And I've been working on the fur pattern on the back side. Now I'm going to use my medium and we'll go ahead and pencil in the direction of that fur. And by the way, Angry Bear, your picture that you sent me of this, you're doing a great job. Just be sure that you don't strangle your pencils. Let me show you the picture that Angry Bear sent me. Here is her version. Now, Angry Bear, you need to blend in this line of gray. That's too stark right now. follow my lead as to what I'm showing you tonight. You see how stark that is? Fur and fabric needs to be blended. So Angry Bear, am I pronouncing your name correctly if I say Bruja Mala? Is it a hard J, Bruja, or Bruja? Oh, Bruja. Gotcha. Bruja Mala. Now, notice how I'm curving my gray. Isn't that pretty? And I want you to notice that this fur, see it? It's in a circular pattern. So embrace the circle. Okay, now I'm going, excuse me, I'm going to come in with my Payne's Gray. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with my previous gray. Okay, I haven't received it yet. Again, notice the swirl pattern. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, there is the picture that Papillon sent. And this is what she said in her email. Just wanted to share this with you. I worked on this handsome fella, and the next morning the sun happened to come through the shutters. I just found it striking. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Thank you for sharing that. Guys, what do you think? So what you should do is take this picture with this explanation and post it in the group, and of course reference the book and the author, but use that exact same message that you sent to me in the email. Beautiful. Oh, Papillon, you're welcome. I really enjoyed putting that book together. Yeah, post it on Amazon Review. Use the same comment that you used in the email, and then just reference the book and author. Okay. . Now, I'm going to come in with black. And we're going to do the same thing that we did with our previous grays. Yeah, Papillon, that is a phenomenal image. And notice how I'm building up that fur color. Using the two grays and the black. And notice how beautiful those three grays look. Or the gray and the black. Finger blend. Now, the whole idea of doing the backside this way is to give us visual interest on that wolf. Any question? All right. Now I'm going to work down the tail. And just like coloring hair, notice that there is a layer of our fur And that's what's going to give us our dimension. Now, I don't know about you, but I am really enjoying seeing how this wolf fur is coming out. Papillon, I'm really glad you forwarded that picture. Okay. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of red on the tail. We'll assume that in all this fighting that Little Red Riding Hood did with the wolf, that his tail got into things. And notice that I'm using a second shade of dark red. I'll tell you what, this wolf has really had a bad time. Okay, back to the left with my lighter gray. And while I'm over here, Kirby put a little flower there. Go figure. Grace, good night. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy Grace, sleepy Grace, purr, purr, purr. All right. Lightest gray to start this process. Hold on a minute. Don't take the gray up this far. All right, so we've got a little bit of gray right here of our lighter gray. And behind that tail, we're going to come in with a brown tree root. I think that looks more realistic. So there's a lighter brown. And then we're going to come in with our darker brown. And then a darker brown yet. And then very, very lightly, a touch of Payne's Gray, just to create that dimension underneath the wood the way it's laying on the tree. Okay, now we're going to come in with our darker tray, and just like hair, darker gray, not darker tray. Just like with hair, we're going to shadow underneath the areas, excuse me, where the tail comes together. All right. So what do you guys think so far? Now, Payne's gray back up here in our areas. And notice that I'm going to color over the red with my gray. We want that red to be darker. Now, I don't want this tail to look contrived, so I'm going to erase out a little bit of my gray, and I'm going to put some red in there. Now, you can take your red and put it on top of your gray. And that's going to look good as well. And once again, I'm having too much fun with this. Let's take a peek. So, Angry Bear, the biggest thing on your piece that you showed me is blending. That's got to be blended. Okay. Are you saying that you blended after I told you? Okay. Now, we've got some light areas in here. We've got a dark area, which I'm going to immediately make a Payne's gray. So, Angry Bear, does it look better since you blended it? Janie, good night. Medium gray. Now remember, when you have fur like we do on this wolf, the thing that makes it look really good is that you've got your multiple colors of whatever you're making it. In this case, gray. Dark shaded area here. And then our Payne's gray. Now let's start with our lightest gray. And notice that I'm applying it in the direction of the fur. In other words, I'm not just scribbling in the color. Janie, have a good rest of the evening. Now I'm going to come in with my darker gray. Which is really funny because it's called dark gray. It's an Amazon Basics pencil. And we're going to start to put in our colors in such a way that it gives us definition and dimension. Depth, dimension, and detail. Okay, now you guys know that I'm not going to leave the bulk of this leg like that with my light gray, right? I'm putting in that light gray so that when I bring my other grays in, it's going to give us that dimension of having more than one gray on the object. That's the whole point. Okay. I'm at a stopping point. This is where we are so far. And this whole piece is coming together beautifully. We started up our picture, our fluff bums. Easter Parade Jubilee is the book. This was an image that I gave to you for free as a buddy color. It's in a group. And then we finished our memorial picture to Carmen. I would like to think that she's up in heaven with a huge grin on her face. And again, calling this one done. Okay, guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching About Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. Love on each other. That's what our group is specifically known for. Please like and share this broadcast. And as I said, I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a great rest of the evening. Mamie, thank you for everything tonight. Okay, guys, till tomorrow night then. Bye.